Did you eat on your first day?
That's the thing about me because I don't usually eat.
Why? You're vegetarian? Would you date a foreigner that is older than you? Older means 30 years older than you or 40 years older
Of
than you?
course. Two of my ex was 59 and 60. Nothing wrong with it. Magani, they are nice to date because they are more caring and sweet ba. They are into commitment already.
Of course, what you're expecting for 50, 60 years, you're gonna play? What are you? Just we're not that confident enough to talk English in front of our foreigner or even in front of other people. Exactly, right? Like, especially in our grammar, we tend to get insecure that maybe it's wrong, maybe it's not. But actually, dating a foreigner helps you to boost your confidence when speaking in English.
Yeah, because
Actually, they don't care about grammar, right?
They can't understand
Exactly. Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Double Trouble in Asia. So for today's video, we have a very special guest from Cebu, and we're going to talk about her first experience when it comes to foreigner. So specifically here in the Philippines, when you've never dated a foreigner, we tend to get scared because of a lot of stories we've heard from people to people because, you know, foreigners got some big heart and big and everything. So stay tuned to know more about Jomalyn. So please introduce yourself.
So hi guys, my name is Jom and I am 24 years old and I have a YouTube channel which is Miss G and the Philippines.
Yes. So,
And I am from Cebu City.
so her name is Jomalyn. Actually, it's our first time to meet up. But actually, I really like her. She's also talkative like me. So, of course, later also we're going to party. But first thing first is this content. So, my first question to you, Jom. How many foreigners you've been with?
Foreigners I've been with. Okay, I'm gonna count that because I cannot. I mean,
Sure.
It's been a long time, like a year ago, I think four.
Four foreigners.
Four foreigners.
What are those nationalities that those guys are?
Actually, so most of them, three of them is American.
Oh, I've heard Americans
Oh,
are
no,
very
okay.
willing.
So two of them is American, and then the one is Turkish. Turkish but live in America, which is you know, like
Still American.
So still American.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one with the very first foreigner that I dated with was Australian.
Australian. So which nationality is best for you? American. Well, you know, there's a lot of talks about American. They're very giving, they're very loving, and all of that. And mostly Filipina actually dated Americans. Like I think it's in the ratings, it's more Americans. So again, we're talking about the very first experience. So let's go on into the details.
Agoy.
So, what's your first impression about it, especially in your first meet up with your first foreigner?
So first meeting of my foreigner was like I was scared. I even asked my sister to accompany me because I didn't pick him up. Yeah, I didn't pick him up at the airport. So what he did is just he rented a house near to my place in Naga, which is Hinaga. So in the morning he just said, because he came here like late at night, so he just said that I have to go there to the house in the morning. So what I did, yes, I did go, and the first day was I asked my sister to accompany me, and then I bought a you know the noodles, the pancit canton.
The pancit
Because
canton.
I love cooking. So
You cook pancit canton because you love cooking?
so I like so I cook. No, it's not a pancit canton. It's like what we call this, diba?
The noodles that we usually cook in birthdays.
Yeah, the bam-e. So I cooked for him that. I cooked him that that bam-e thing, and it wasn't taste good. So
Well,
then I
guys,
was just scared. I was just scared and nervous that time because that was my first meeting on foreigner.
usually when Filipina goes to meet up with a foreigner, we tend to bring our friends, sister or whoever, because at first we get scared like maybe this guy will abandon me somewhere or whatever is that. So we have that kind of thinking. So whenever we go on first dating with our foreigner, we always have a company with us or even a friend. So
Yeah, especially that time was very common, like the kidnapping here.
and they're putting you into a luggage.
Oh yeah. or into a white van, something like that.
Exactly. So it's always
And
scary.
I was young that time. I was still 19.
19.
Yeah, I
So
was still
you
19.
have your first partner when you were 19 years old.
Yeah, I was 19.
Okay. So in this generation right now, most of us Filipina are dating foreigners,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like you can hear even your neighbors. So the highly rate of the Filipina dating with a foreigner is now is getting more.
Getting higher
So
and higher.
as you can see on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, does this influence you to choose a foreigner partner? That's why you want a foreigner as well for yourself?
Actually, no, because when I was no, it's not that this because of the thing the generation right now is they more into foreigners. But when I was a teenager, because I was morena skin, dark skin,
Yeah, very
and within,
exotic.
yeah, and our color of skin is like and the local people in the Filipino,
They don't like it. They don't
they
like
don't find
it.
us attractive.
Attractive,
They don't
correct.
find us attractive. They find us like ugly.
Mm.
So my neighbors people would say like they want me to, oh, maybe your skin color is into foreigner, like foreigners would like your skin color, especially you're so thin. I was very thin that time. I was very petite, something like that. So they keep saying that maybe foreigner would like you or something like that. So what I did is like I felt like a little jealous, envy to other kind of teenagers like me that time, that they were start to date with Filipino, and they were like, oh, maybe I should try dating. Like,
Were you
what
a
would-
late bloomer? Like when it comes to relationships or,
So actually, my first boyfriend was the foreigner, and I was 19.
foreigner?
Yeah.
So not a Filipino one?
Not a Filipino.
So the Australian one when you
Yeah.
were 19 is
Yeah,
your first one?
he was my first boyfriend and first foreigner.
So guys, as you can see, Jo Malin here is very pretty, very loving, very smart woman yourself. So if you're dreaming to have one as well, there's only one dating service that I could recommend to you. No other than Christian Filipina. So if you really want a genuine one and you want to live the dream, so you better check it out. So how's because they tend to speak in English, and
Yeah.
as Filipino, we're
Oh.
very shy to speak in English, especially when it's our first time, So, do you guys find a little bit problems when it comes to it communicating, or you're good at it naturally?
No, actually, I found it hard because when Australians speak, they're very like they're very slang, like you cannot
They're like
understand.
they're half of the word.
Yeah, you cannot understand. Like there are some letters that they don't pronounce. Like for example, I still remember though that I was riding a motorbike and then I was at back of him, like and then he said that it's getting dark. So I thought it's getting dark. Like the dark, like
Yeah.
I was like, huh? What did you say? So I don't actually really understand the way he speak, but so far we understand
Yeah,
each
but in
other.
fairness, when it comes to Filipino people, even we're young, we thought to speak in English. So it's really not that hard. It's just we're not that confident enough to talk English in front of our foreigner, or even
In front of
in front
a
of
lot
other
of
people.
people, yeah.
Exactly right. Like
Yeah.
especially in our grammar, we tend to get insecure that maybe it's wrong, maybe it's not. But actually, dating a foreigner helps you to boost your confidence when speaking in English.
Yeah, because they
actually they don't
They
care
don't
about
judge you.
grammar.
Yeah,
right?
as long as they can understand
Exactly.
you. Yeah, as long as they can understand you, whatever your grammar is, okay, that's fine.
Exactly, because some could be worse, and
Yeah.
we're already good at it. So I guess that's
Unlike the Filipino, unlike the Filipino that they when you speak like even a small sentence and there is diba R or is, like they tend to judge
yeah,
it.
especially Filipino is a very perfectionist, although
Yeah.
like it's not our first language.
And they're not perfect.
Okay, since we're talking about your first here, it's your first boyfriend as well. So it's the first foreigner who touched the pearl and all of the above, right? Is it your first Australian one?
Yeah, he touched it, but we didn't go through
You
like
didn't go through
like-
in the whole relationship?
oh yeah, because we just like we've dated for 8 months, but mostly online. Like we've dated, we are messaging online 5 months, and then after 8 months he came here.
The Australian one.
Mm.
So it's not like you had your sexy times there, because most of the time it's long distance relationship.
Yeah, but he touched it.
He touch you. No eating?
Of course.
Okay, because hungry.
Of course,
Okay,
we
so
eat
who's your first experience when it comes to foreigner? What nationality is your first one?
like the one who
Who
gets
got
the
your virginity? Yeah.
the Turkish who lives in America, the Californian.
Turkish.
So basically, he's a American man.
So I don't know what Turkish is all about. So
It's
let's
a
talk about the
Turkish.
size. Is it big or it's small?
I don't think it's
Compared to now?
well. It's big compared to now.
So bigger now than way back then.
No, bigger back
The
then.
Turkish.
Yeah.
Really? I thought Turkish or Asian size. Like, damn, a bit big.
No, it's fine. It's
So it's bigger the Turkish than the American. I don't know. You're dating a Filipino right now. Okay.
So basically he's living in America, so he's now America. So let's disregard the Turkish thing. So American.
Since your first time is the Turkish one, so who did initiate first to make love?
Him.
Him.
Mm.
Okay.
So that time that was my first time giving him all like the virginity. And when they said that when someone get your virginity, it's gonna be hurt.
Your last.
and painful. Diba?
then?
The first time
Yeah,
that
they
you
said always whenever it's your virgin and it's gonna be your first time, it's gonna bleed and it's too painful that
so
it's hard
painful.
to pee.
But
How was it?
there are some times you see that no, that it won't bleed, diba? That there are some that it
No,
won't
yeah, I
bleed
know.
because of the, but it doesn't mean that she is not virgin.
Yeah.
She
So
is
how was
virgin,
your
but-
first experience with him?
So that time I was drunk though.
Uh-huh.
I asked him personally that can you buy a bottle of this drink so that if we will do it, I wouldn't feel the pain. I can feel the pain.
It's gonna be numb.
It's very, even though I was drunk, it still hurt. like you know, in the when I wake up in the morning, like I can feel like when you go swimming, like you can feel like something a little bit like what they call it, can have ba?
Still painful.
Yeah, still painful when you go into the water, especially if the salt water. Like, oh my gosh, what happened?
Lucky guy,
You
huh?
can't even walk sometimes, though.
Very, very lucky guy. It's your first time. And then, do you like it, guys, rough or from slow motion to
Slow to hard.
slow to hard?
Of course.
Okay. How often do you guys do it?
Oh, how often? I cannot remember because that was 3 years ago.
But for you in general, how many times often do you want it to be with in
Well,
one day
if
or a week?
we are in a long distance relationship and it's just like first meeting, of course we will do it many times.
Uh-huh.
Like maybe 6 times, 5 times a day, diba?
Wow, what a cardio. Very hardworking
Exercise.
girl, by the way, Jomalyn. But if it's in a normal one,
Of course, like you get to once a day.
Once a day.
Once
I
a
guess
day,
that's
or
the perfect,
like
every other day,
three days
exactly.
in a week.
Yeah,
Three
exactly.
times in a week,
Mhm.
something like that.
so yeah.
Except so, like every day or something.
Mhm.
It's tiring.
Were you scared on your first time? Because people tend to say like, it's scary to have a partner because they have a big D.
Yeah, I was scared.
You were.
That's why I personally asked to buy a bottle of drink because
So
I was
you
so
won't feel it.
Yeah,
So when you see it yourself for the first time,
I was like,
how's the feeling? Well, you were a bit drunk already, so you're not that shy anymore. So how
and I
was
cannot
it?
touch it though.
Did you eat on your first day?
That's the thing about me because I
You
don't
don't eat?
usually eat.
Why?
But
You're vegetarian?
if that's the thing, if I like it, like if I really love or if I really into the man,
Uh-huh.
I would. But if I'm like this is our first time, that was the first time though, and so I found it like, oh, it's nasty or something like something
'cause
like
anyway,
that.
they do pee there, so it's like, why would you eat
Yeah,
it?
something
That's
like
my
that.
first,
That was
also
my first.
before.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
was
dirty,
thinking
why
about
would I, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, even though when they're leaking or something, I feel like, it's found. I know it's found like it's not good. Like I pee or something like that. And they said that our kuan is like there's a smell on it. Dukatim ko. Oh,
my
guys,
God.
I'm Dukatim. This is the real joke. Wait, my viewers didn't know that
Oh
I'm
my
like
goodness.
this.
Well, everyone, this is Jomali, by the way. So, do you like to be eaten?
Of course.
You like to be eaten?
I like.
No, I don't like.
like. I really like, especially.
I'm shy.
No, I don't know, but I like it.
So, you prefer to be eaten than to eat?
Yeah, but if he would eat me then, and then we are dating for like several months or something like
You
that,
would go down.
I would go down. Of
You would go down.
I will,
Okay.
because I will know, or I will say that, is it safe?
Mhm.
Is it safe not to eat him because
Exactly.
I am with him for several months or something like
Yeah,
that.
you know it's clean. It's from
clean,
you
yeah.
anyway.
So I would do it. But if I met the guy, if I'm dating you and then we're just messaging online and then this is your first time coming here and then you wanna ask me to eat you,
Then it's
no,
a no.
I would not, because I don't know if what did you do before you come here or something
Exactly.
like that. So
So the question also, did you use condom on your first day or your first making love? You use.
yeah.
Who
of course.
initiated it? You
Ako,
or
me.
him?
Me.
Because I think usually foreigners doesn't want to use
Me, I initiated to use condom because of the, they call this HIV thing,
HIV thing,
something like that. So I
you might get-
initiated. Oh,
okay.
and then after the next time that we did it, I didn't. We didn't.
So okay. So this will be the quick question. Which one do you prefer? Lights on or lights off?
Lights off always.
You don't want to
Or
your
a
beauty to
dim.
be seen? A
Or a
dim.
dim.
Okay, I would
I don't
go
want to
with
be
a dim.
seen because I'm so dark and then I feel like
The storm is coming.
I feel like
Uh-huh.
what would he say, or what would he feel if he look at it and then it's so dark?
Best time to make love.
Anytime.
Anytime.
If you failed it, go.
Do you like to do it outdoor? Did you have you
Well-
tried outdoor?
Yeah, I tried outdoor in a swimming pool. But it's more fun and exciting when outdoor. But if you are like a private person, like you really care about yourself, like what if someone's gonna see you or something like, so better inside.
Better inside.
Yeah.
What gives a
But if
different
it's nighttime, okay.
it gives different tension actually when you are doing it outdoors. So actually it's nice to sneaky. So I like that a little bit. So enough of the dirty talks, guys. So we already there. So I'm going to ask you, have you dated a Filipino?
Yeah. After we broke up, I broke up with the Australian man after like after a year. I get into a relationship again, and it was a Filipino because of course I get heartbroken with the Australian foreigner. So I get heartbroken, and I told myself that I would not date a foreigner because I was young and naive, diba? I was young and naive, so I told myself that I will not date a foreigner again. And then there's a Filipino who I dated with during pandemic 2021. Yeah, during 2020, yes. And then I was like, okay, maybe I should, because I really don't like on Filipino at that time. And then I was like, maybe I should try because maybe foreigner is not for me after that heartbreak. And then I was like, okay. And then I tried, and then after 3 months we broke up because of he cheated on me with my sister. So
Your sister.
something like that. So
Let's not go into that details. That's a little
something
bit
like-
nastier than what we talk about.
but
the
they
spicy
didn't
questions.
they didn't something like that.
Okay. So since you've dated a foreigner and a Filipino, this is actually really good to ask. What's the difference between in a relationship with a foreigner and with a Filipino?
Well, and the Filipino, so the difference between us is the foreigner is they're very caring. Like, they're very caring. Unlike the Filipino that maybe you gonna ask him that, babe, or something like that, can you call on me like that? Or can you bring me something here? Or can you pick me up here?
So foreigners are
Into something like that. They're
Yeah.
very into caring, but they're
even like
into
you are
something
from work,
like that.
already instinct they're going to pick you up. You
Yeah.
don't need to ask for it. And actually they're very sweet as well.
Oh yeah,
right?
they're very sweet. And like the Filipino also, they become sweet sometimes, just sometimes. But I don't know. I choose because sometimes the Filipino would make you like, okay. So there's a thing that they said that Filipino will use a foreigner for their money, right?
Uh-huh.
So Filipino would, like, if you are like, for example, you're independent, you provide yourself, they want you to like 50-50.
With a Filipino?
Oh, something like that. They want you to 50-50, which is okay for me though, but it's too much. So I don't know.
So it's also
Never again.
because the thing is that foreigners tend to have more money than us, because their money, the value of their money really gets super big here. While the Filipino thing, if you work in a regular job, which is they earn 13,000 per month. So when a wife is working and also the boyfriend is working, actually it all goes
Yeah.
50-50 and stuff like that.
Which is okay though.
But which one do you prefer, foreigner or Filipino?
So I preferred foreigner actually. But my boyfriend right now is Filipino. Actually,
You prefer a foreigner, but your
Oy,
boyfriend is
but my
Filipino.
boyfriend right now is a Filipino, but I considered him as a foreigner since he is an American citizen. Okay,
So it's an American citizen.
So I considered him as a foreigner.
Where did you meet him, by the way?
A subscriber.
You're a subscriber.
Yeah, I told myself that I would date a subscriber before, even a moderator, but here I am, end up like, I don't know.
How long you been together?
5 months. 7
5
months including
That's
the dating
actually cute, dating your subscriber. He's a Filipino but living abroad, so his culture actually is very American already,
Yeah.
not that Filipino anymore.
But it's a good thing because my mom can understand.
No need to speak in English.
Yeah.
So since he lives in America, you're a vlogger itself. Because some Filipina or any Filipina, it's very common to ask for an allowance, or the foreigner or your boyfriend gives you allowance, especially he lives abroad. Does it happen to you? Does he give you allowance every month?
Okay. Even before that, we are still communicating online and we haven't met. He or before that, he is already giving me money because he is very loyal, supportive to us, the YouTubers, especially the YouTubers there in Toledo. So even before, he is very supportive, and
So that's
up
very
to now
nice
that
of
we
him.
are still together, of course, he would
You've
support
met
me.
him in personal already?
Yeah, already. I met him already.
That's good. Okay, so what is your best experience dating with a foreigner?
Based experience.
Yeah,
dating
like
with
any
a
surprises
foreigner.
that you still in your heart and mind?
Oh, okay. I can remember the best experience was like when I had a boyfriend, a foreigner boyfriend that time, and then we were like fighting something like that, and then he bring me food, like he specifically come to Naga from Cebu City to Naga.
Is it far? I don't know
yeah,
the place.
it's far. He specifically come so he lives actually he stayed there in Naga actually, but then from Naga town it's still like 20 minutes travel going to the countryside, to up the hill. So what he did, we did a fight that time, and then he came there, he go to my house, bring some food for me and flowers. So that's like really, like they are like that.
So
Something
that's
like
the
that.
best
That's the
thing
best thing that,
experience.
yeah, because some they are like when you are fighting together, they don't like they don't want the argument to be there, to be until tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what they don't like. They
Yeah.
want it to get fixed as soon as possible.
Yeah, they want to
Well, a
be-
Filipino is very foodie, guys. We're a very simple human being.
Food is
when
for us.
when we're fighting or stuff like that, the food or a simple flour will make it up. So that's
Yeah.
that. So do you have any worst experience when it comes to foreigner?
Of course, the cheating issue.
The cheating issue. So
Cheating
what
issue.
nationality that cheated on you?
American.
The American one?
Like literally mom was like he introduced me to this woman as his assistant, and then end up that they are dating,
Really?
like behind my back. And then then there's also a friend of me, like I super close to me, like I tend to ask him like live with me in my place in apartment when I was still a student, and then they are talking behind my back already. So
Such a traitor, don't you?
yeah, so that's the worst thing that I ever experienced in dating. Like I don't know.
But no physical.
No physical.
No
Like
physical.
they didn't even, if they do that, I don't know what will I do, because one thing about me, when someone's gonna physical or something like that hit me or something, I'm very strong enough to
To bounce back with them.
yeah, I would.
So, what's your opinion about some people calling out someone when dating an older foreigner about they are gold digger?
Well, my opinion about that is like, so there's a lot of people that would call you a gold digger when they knew that you are dating a foreigner. So I don't know why they call us that, but maybe their mind, they need to clean their mind about that. They need to enlighten that not all of us Filipina is into for a money.
Yeah,
And besides,
exactly.
foreigners that we're dating, they don't have gold. So
There's no
there's no
gold to
gold.
dig in the first place.
Yeah, so
So again, what are your opinion about someone dating an older foreigner?
okay. Well, in my opinion about that, it's actually like, for example, you are young and you're dating a foreigner. Well, that's good as long as they love each other. And as a Filipina, you would take care of that man. If you know, if they, as long as you take care of each other, love each other, and then it doesn't matter about the age, and then what people thinks about you, surrounds by you is not important as long as you are you are just being real to yourself, you know.
So yeah, in the Philippines, it's very common that, you know, a young Filipina, let's say 20 years old to 25, dating with a, let's say 50, 60 or something. Some, I would say, a real relationship or actual relationship. And I couldn't also blame some foreigner because they have the experience that the Filipina are just using them.
Yeah.
And after taking all the money, then they're gone. So I
Yeah.
couldn't really blame both sides as well.
Actually, in my previous vlog, I actually talk about that. Like, we cannot blame the Filipina. Like, there are, diba, some of the foreigners, they are gonna say that they met a gold digger online, a scammers online. Actually, we cannot blame the woman there because some of them is like they met foreigners already, and then that foreigners only want for a companionship. So that's why, okay, might as well gonna use the money since that's the only thing that they can give back to us, not love.
Yeah,
O, diba?
sometimes actually it's equal. Because those foreigners giving their money just to get the beautiful girl.
Oo.
And for the beautiful girl to sacrifice herself, it's just the money itself.
Yeah.
So it could be like that. If there's no
It's like-
love, then it's an equal usage. And then, would you date a foreigner that is older than you? Older means 30 years older than you or 40 years older
Of
than
course.
you. You would.
Yeah, I dated two of my ex was 59 and 60. Nothing wrong with it. Actually,
that's the oldest-
Actually, they are they are nice to date because they know how to they are more caring and sweet ba.
Yeah, well, I guess they're done with everything, you know.
Yeah.
They're done with party, they're done with playing.
And they are
all of
into
that.
commitment already.
Of course, what you're expecting for 50, 60 years,
Yeah,
they're gonna
they-
play. What
yeah.
are you?
Just that's what
Yeah, but
that's what I
still
like.
some 50
But
are still
yeah,
players.
Yeah, they are, especially if
Like
like
what
what I've experienced, especially if there is someone like, you know, like a friend of you that would talk to him in private, that gonna yung si pangalan na siraan ka ba, talk behind your back together like that.
Well, some foreigners
Make
are
some
very,
issues about you.
some foreigners are very big-headed already, knowing that in the Philippines they can easily get a very young girl, although they're 50 or 60, so they still tend to play. So not all Filipina can get lucky to a foreigner, not all foreigner can get lucky to a Filipina. So everyone, be wise on your choices. And that's all. Thank you so much. Anyway, I guess that's it for today's video, guys. So let's just ask about her YouTube journey, so you can advertise your YouTube here.
So hi, okay, my YouTube is Miss G in the Philippines, and I just have a 10.7 subscribers. It's been a year though that it's a year now that I've been into YouTube because I'm not into really it that time when I'm still a student. And now that I finished my study, rest assured that I'm gonna post videos and do a live stream every day. So
Yes,
see you
guys.
there.
So
Subscribe.
I'll be putting her link down below. You may click it and check her out. Actually, she's very sweetie. I guess we're gonna get along together.
Yay!
And I'll be taking
Now
her
I have
as
a
well
friend.
to go party later. So I guess that's it for today's video, everyone. This is Double Trouble in Asia. Peace out.
Ano? O diba, gunting din.